Easily the worst mythic perk in the entire game. Absolute dookie buns. The only reason you'd run it is if you wanted to experience what it's like being Stephen Hawking. These are some of the many things my buddy said when I asked him their opinions on Heavenly Restriction. Just absolutely thrashed it, bro. But is it really as bad as they claim to be, or could it simply just be misunderstood? How we doing, my people? I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Veiled, the ABC, whatever you'd like it to be. You hear me? When somebody tells me that something is garbage in a game like AOTR, I always get intrigued because it sounds like unexplored territory. Listen, everybody knows Founder's Blessing, Black Flash, Explosive Fortune, and Adaptation are all godly perks. So we know how those perks interact with different mechanics and where they fit in the game, all the nooks and crannies and such. I say we give Heavenly Restriction the same treatment. Perhaps we'll find some untapped value out of this Dookie Buns perk. Or perhaps we'll find just nothing at all. Yet somehow I doubt that. So like right here, like this is nice. But without further ado, let's get to the vid. All right, first up, insane, got a new fit. Tell me that ain't tough, bro. All right, real quick, let's pull up Heavenly Restriction. All right, so breaking it down, right? So ODM damage increases by 8% per skill equipped. 8 times 5, 40%. You're getting a 40% damage increase. That's massive, right? That's huge. 20% chance to kill Titans upon injuring them, and a 25% increased damage resistance. Now, thing is though, so like if I'm trying to do damage in a raid, right? If I'm using Ackerman and I go to my skills, my rage mode is a skill and it increases all my stats by 15% on its own. So that's damage, health, like speed, control, whatever, right? So I lose that entirely with Heavenly Restriction. And on top of that, if instead of using Heavenly Restriction, I used, let's say I already have Black Flash and Kango equipped, I can throw an Unparalleled Strength with a 25% increase in damage. And then I've already met the 15% damage from the rage plus this is already the 40%. So I've already like gained back all that damage, right? So I'm not gonna be able to just straight up out damage things with Heavenly Restriction. Point is, Heavenly Restriction is not gonna be good for damage builds. So like Thunder Spears, for example, a lot of your major damage from Thunder Spears comes from skills. The whole thing about like judging different things, different skills, right? Like if you ask a fish to climb a tree, it's not gonna perform well, right? If you ask Heavenly Restriction to do well in raids, it's not gonna do anything for you. So I'd skip lowkey, I'd completely skip over the ODM damage. I don't think it really matters at all. I'm more interested in this 20% chance to kill Titans upon injuring them. So if I'm using Kango, right? I can hit 4 limbs at once. That's should be 4 individual chances of instant killing a Titan, whether I hit them in the nape or not. That could be pretty cracked, bro. So if I'm doing like clear speed, that's probably where I'm gonna find the most value with Heavenly Restriction, right? Because in theory, like your skills can give you a bunch of free kills, but they're always on cooldown. This has no cooldown at all. And then also the damage and resistance increase stacked. So 25% is huge on its own, right? Then you stack that with something like Immortal, which is a 30% damage reduction. You got a 55% damage reduction straight up just from perks, which is insane to think about. That's not including the skill tree. 10, 14, 18, 23, 30%. So that's a 85% damage reduction increase total, which is ridiculous to think about. So I'm basically going to be unkillable as an ODM player, which is really nice. Again, it's not really that important. I guess it kind of is though, because you're really vulnerable, I guess, as ODM, right? Because you're like up and close. Like, honestly, I think that's really, really strong. I'm not gonna lie, I think that's really, really strong, especially because I'm not gonna be able to have any skills to like keep myself alive, right? So this is what I'm gonna rock with for now, and I'll tweak it if I feel like there's value that I'm missing. For the perks, I'm using Black Flash. Every 1% of speed gives an extra 60% crit chance. Again, not really looking for the damage, more so looking for the Phantom ability. 10% more speed and phase through Titans. I think this is just nice in general to have for ODM, like mission clear, right? I'll rock with that for now. Not you, Kango. Kango is really nice, right? Obviously ODM damage at 40%, so I'm guaranteeing that I'm one tapping Titans no matter what. Blade durability increases by 20%, just always really, really nice to have, especially for ODM builds. This is really, really big, right? So can now hit 4 more limbs at once. I think this is gonna be huge for Heavenly Restriction. Then rocking Taijutsu, looking for speed, looking for control, all the best things, you know. Could rock Soul Feed if you really, really value seeing the Titans. I don't really care that much. I'd rather just use Taijutsu. And then obviously rocking Immortal, right? Entry chance decreased by 20%, health increase. Yeah, Immortal's fantastic, bro. Immortal's absolutely fantastic. For my perks, I don't have a ton of like gems and crap like that. I don't have a ton of prestige scrolls and all the other crap. But what I'm gonna use for now is Gambler probably isn't needed because I'm not really going for damage. I'm trying to go for speed, right? So Gambler, Apotheosis, again, not really going for damage, but it's something there. Flash Step is nice because the iframe's not getting grabbed is like huge, and that mixed with Black Flash is honestly just a really murderous combo. Life Feed I like for Life Feed I really like for this build, especially because like one, you can't heal. You have no abilities to heal, right? So then this is getting all your health back. Then it also confirms kills for you, which is really nice when you're trying to like speed run like missions and crap like that with ODM. All right, for my artifacts, I'm thinking, hey, I'm not going for damage, you're going for speed, right? You go too much speed, you kind of lose a lot of your control, and then you're like losing your efficiency. So I'm doing ODM control and ODM speed for both scars and for scarf. I think that's probably the happy medium. Then I think that's basically it. Yeah, because skills doesn't matter. You can just throw in whatever skills you want because it cancels out all your skills and crap like that. But yeah, just to run through it one more time real quick. Ackerman with blades, you don't want to use Thunder Spears for this. You want to use Ackerman with blades. Honestly, you don't even need Ackerman at all. Honestly, Zoe is probably fine for this too, or like especially Zoe, Shiki, or you could probably run Fritz too. I mean, and especially Helos, right? Helos is probably the best of them all, but I only have Ackerman, right? I don't have Helos. And then for the perks, Heavenly Restriction, obviously it's the whole build. Black Flash, Immortal, Taijutsu, and Kango. That's what I'm rocking with right now. Artifacts I'm rocking is Scars and Scarf, both with ODM speed, ODM damage. Feel like that's your nice happy medium. Skills, doesn't matter. Throw in whatever you want because they're all gonna be locked anyway. Shift your skills, doesn't matter. Memories was Gambler and Apotheosis probably aren't good for that. Any memories that boost your speed or like your resilience is probably gonna be most key, right? I believe there's a memory that has you hit more limbs at once. I don't remember what it is, but that honestly might be really good for this build. But I think that's kind of all for the build, lowkey. Let's get into some gameplay so you can kind of like mess around with this a little bit. Let's see like what we can do here. All right, so just gonna do an outskirts mission. Throw on Nightmare and Oddball, just to kind of see how it does. I'm gonna leave everything else on just for quality of life type crap. Might as well throw on no skills, because hey, using no skills. So obviously right off the bat, shouldn't really notice anything different. But what I should notice is that in general, the game should feel, hold up, I gotta lock in here. So I shouldn't have to be as precise in a way. That kind of makes sense. Oh. Oh, okay. So I can be like inaccurate as crap, right? Because it literally doesn't matter. There's just a decent chance. Then my next question would also be, over here freaking slacking, dude. Kango is just 4 hits in general, right? So like it's not per Titan, it's just 4 hits straight up, right? So it does allow me to not have to be as precise, right? The question is like, would I be faster without Heavenly Restriction, right? That's like the real question. You know what? What if I almost like hurt him up? Oh, wow, bro, that's crushing. So what I'm gonna do, sorry, I'm itching my nose, is I'm gonna hurt him up. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna try and run it again. 3 minutes, really not good at all. I'm gonna try and herd them up. And I'm gonna see like, if I can almost like train them like in zombies or something like that. If I have this big old group here, honestly with Flash Step plus Black Flash, should be able just to dash directly through them all and get a couple kills, right? If I try. Okay, hey, okay, hold up. There's potential, hold up. If I dash like this, dash through, there's a kill. Okay, you know, there's definitely some potential there. That was like 3 kills. How many kills am I at? 7? Not a ton. But I mean, it might be. If this is the case, then like I kind of just want to make sure I'm always having some hits in, right? So like right here, like this is nice, dude. Because like then like if I'm combining like hitting them properly, and then also sometimes hitting other titans, bro. This is actually really nice. So think about this, right? Typically, Odium's really easy when they're all isolated, right? So like right here, like boom, easy kill. Here, okay, well if I wasn't terrible. The problem with ODM typically is when they're all clumped up. But with this, when they're all clumped up is when the perk really shines, right? What if I do more like hits at once? So if I stack, so there was the one, I know there's the one artifact. I know there's the one artifact that, not the artifact, the memory that allows you to hit more limbs. If I get that plus, I can get the Crucifix on. How do you pronounce that? The one that gives you, I could stack that with Kango and replace it for Black Flash. Surely that'd be good, right? I wouldn't be able to like just dash directly into them anymore. But I think I should try that. I don't know if I have Turn Effect. I don't know how to pronounce that perk. Wow, I just completely whipped. That's great. Seeing like that guy just like, okay, 228's a lot better. 228's a lot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go trade to get that perk because I'm pretty sure. I guess I should check first, right? I'm just assuming I don't have it. All right, so let's see here. If it's legendary, Peerless Focus, no, Sanctify. That's not it. War Chief. No, it's like Crucifix or something like that. Yeah, I don't have it, so I'm gonna go trade for this real quick. Give me 1 sec.
You say you're looking for what?
Crucifix. It's a legendary offense perk.
Yeah, I have a lot of them, bro.
You have a lot of crucifixes?
Would you take?
Yeah. Going to trade. I'll give you like 5 keys just for one. Doesn't have to be leveled up or anything.
Yeah, I got you.
Got me? Yo, my guy, let's go, bro. Bet. What's it called? Oh, Carnifix, not Crucifix. Yeah. Fucking, it's bad.
Trading cosmetics.
Wait, actually, here, you can take a few more. I got too many, bro.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
Actually, yeah.
Bro, oh my god. Jesus Christ, bro. You just don't clear inventory, huh?
I keep everything.
I bet. I appreciate it, dog. Swag. I appreciate it, boys. I'm gonna slide out of here, okay?
Yes, sir.
Just to help me.
All right, though. Okay. All right. I was willing to overpay for it. I was like, you know, I'll throw him like 6 keys. Just be the nice guy. Bro throws me 7 Carnifixes. My bad, by the way. I must have been taking some people off a Carnifix. Maybe that's how you say it. I don't really know. Point is, we got the perk. So question is now, what do I, so definitely not Kanga, right? I'm gonna try and swap it for Black Flash and just kind of see how it goes, right? I also need to level up, don't I? How much do I need to enhance it in order to, question is, can I even get, I don't think I can even get it max, right? So if I did this, how much is it? Oh, it's only 500k. Oh, hold up, give me like 1 sec. Yo, can I just, should I just, gave me all the perks, might as well use them, right? Oh, so it is 5 more limbs. It's not 4, it's 5 more. I bet. That's what I thought it was. So let's go into our perks. Whatever the invisible one is, I assume it's what it is, right? So then Carnifix, equip this. Let's take this for a spin. So this plus this guy. So we got 9. And then there should be some memory also. Let's click artifacts. There should be some memory also that lets you hit more Titan limbs at once. So thing to note, right? I'm not able to dash through the Titans anymore. What the? Listen, I never claimed to be good at the game, okay? The thing is, you can only hit a Titan max 5 times, right? Okay, so let's try this, right? Because they only have like 5 limbs. Their head, the rest of their bodies, right? Let's see. So I gotta get low. What happens if I dash into him? Whoa. Hold up. Come on. So let's get away. Do you honestly? Oh, dude, if I could use Black Flash with this, it'd be massive, bro. Now, I will say this. Waves are supposed to be added in the next update. And I'm assuming you're gonna have like multiple or infinite ammunition, right? That way you can keep up with shifters and crap, having basically infinite ammo. This is probably gonna be real good for waves. Because like I assume they're gonna be like coming in groups and crap, right? Interesting. So 230. Let's see how low I can get this. So like rather than like trying to gather them up at all, see how low I can just get this in general. Problem is, I think dashing through them is like really like kind of like could be potentially a really big deal, but I can't really rock both perks at the same time. Can't rock like all 4 perks at the same time, right? What? Oh, it's literally glitched. It's like bugged. Okay, I'm just garbage. I will say also, I'm taking mad damage. Like I'm getting hit, I'm getting like abused up in here, and I still have plenty of HP. And this is so. We'll see how much damage I take here. Actually, this is with Immortal. Not terrible, low-key. This is, I'm pretty sure Oddball is on. Yeah, Oddball is on. Oh, I need blades. All right, so here's what I'll say, right? Is it like a huge game changer? Not particularly, no. Does it have specific moments that's just absolutely crazy? Like you get 5 kills instantly from a group dying? I think I need. Like, so this is where it shines, right? There's a big ass group of Titans. And rather than it becoming more difficult, it gets easier. But I think I need Black Flash instead of Crucifix. I feel like that's nice. The fact that people can play this game and talk is crazy to me. Alright, so at this point, I wasn't all that convinced that Heavenly Restriction was actually benefiting me in terms of speed of completion. So I thought, what better way to figure out how much impact something has over another than a cross-examination? So what I did was I completed 6 missions. 3 of those missions I completed with Heavenly Restriction, and the other 3 I completed with my basic ODM build. Let's see how it went. All right, so 201, almost sub 2 minutes. I was gonna laugh if that was Carnifex. You know, they announced today that the Colossal Titan shifting is confirmed for the next update. Dude, I don't know how they're gonna make that work. But I know this, it's either gonna be absolutely broken or it's gonna be absolutely terrible. There's really not gonna be any in between, dude. Because like, right, it's gonna have that nuke ability, right? So I don't know how exactly that's gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna be like kill everything on the map type crap, or like deal this percentage of damage to everything on the map. I don't know how that's gonna work in like raid bosses or whatever. You can almost guarantee you're gonna need like at least 50 kills to like charge up your meter for the Colossal Titan, right? But then like what type of moves and abilities is it gonna have, right? It's gonna have like steam, and then it's gonna have like stomp or something like that, right? I don't know how. And like you would have to assume it's gonna be the same height it is in stall, right? I just don't know how it's gonna work, dude. I feel like the whole move that's gonna be like stomp 1, stomp harder. It's like the next is like, I don't know, bro. They're not gonna let you like heal, right? It's gonna be like use your steam or something. Okay, bud. It's gonna be like use your steam or something to deal damage or something like that. But that'll like eat away your HP bar or something like that. I think it'll be cool though. I think it's gonna be sweet. Then waves will be interesting too, right? The question is it gonna be like almost zombie waves, Call of Duty zombie type waves, or is it gonna be like defend the tower type waves, whatever, right? It's gonna be a thing where like the Titans gain more HP and there's more of them each and every round or something like that. It's just you trying to survive, or is it like you're protecting, you're defending like your spot from a certain onslaught of Titans. All right, so I was averaging like, I think I went from like, I did like a 201 to 232. So kind of a wide range of times there. Let's equip my typical ODM build for like missions and we'll see how that goes. Then Nightmare Oddball again with time trial, but obviously without skills this time. Or with skill, you know what I'm saying. Hey boys, Future V here. Just want to let you guys know, right now I do have Soul Feed on, but later in the video I'll end up equipping Courage Catalyst, and that way we can kind of see like the differences between the two and like how they pit up against Heavenly Restriction. I'll let you guys know when that change happens, but just wanted to point that out real quick. So now not only can I see where all the Titans are, I can also use my skills and just pop off. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. $222? Okay, so I still have 2 more runs, but obviously like I was slacking there too, but we'll see. $212? What? Am I just Dookie? I'm probably just Dookie, right? I've gotta just be Dookie. You know what I will say? With Heavenly Restriction, the game does feel like... the gameplay itself does feel way smoother. Because like, I don't have to be nearly as precise. No way, bro. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, wow. I just pulled. That's crazy. I mean, I'm not going to count this because I played like Dookie and I feel like it didn't represent my thing very well, but y'all can count this. I'm going to do one more real quick. I'm just going to like sweat this one up. 228? I mean, shit, bro. I mean, I don't know, dude. I got that 201. I don't know, man. All right, so at this point, I was like so confused because when playing with Heavenly Restriction, it didn't feel like I was getting that much of a boost. And I just, at this point, I was like, or before this point, I was pretty confident that the skills were just gonna outpace the Heavenly Restriction. Right? Like I was gonna get like 5 extra free kills, 3 extra free kills here, Ackerman, the boost, all these other things. Like they're gonna stack up and I'm just gonna completely destroy my times with Heavenly Restriction. But then in actual practice, I was like averaging like minus 12, 10 seconds with Heavenly Restriction relative to my build. And it was pretty late at this time. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I wasn't sure if I was just like really tired, I was progressively playing worse, or what it was. So I actually ended up going to sleep. And I woke up the next morning and I tried it again. This time, however, for the Heavenly Restriction build, I took off Carnifex and I re-equipped Black Flash because I felt like I was getting more value out of Black Flash than it was Carnifex, simply because I wasn't gathering up the Titans anymore. I was just immediately trying to like kill off as many as possible. So it felt like for what I was doing, that Black Flash just made sense. Now like in waves in the future, something Carnifex will probably be crazy, but for now, Black Flash was the way to go. And then for my normal ODM build, I took off Soul Feed and equipped Courage Catalyst. That way I could try and juggle skills basically. But yeah, this is how it went. All right, so It's the next morning. I decided to get some sleep. Maybe if I'm playing at, maybe if I'm playing at like a full efficiency type deal. We'll see like what's truly better and what's truly worse. Because how the situation was last time, I wasn't sure if like I was just slacking, slowly playing worse because it was later or what, but. Bro, honestly, I think it's better, dude, with Heavenly Restriction for clearing missions. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run my original ODM build. Just replace it for my shifter build, which is why it says damage shift, but it's fine. But I'm gonna run it with, I probably should have had this on in the first place, lowkey. Instead of soul feed, I'm gonna throw on courage cows. I'm just gonna try and just spam skills as much as I can. My soldiers push forward. Oh, I didn't even put on. Come on, bro. Why am I slacking? Alright, well, whatever. It's fine. I don't know if this makes me go faster or slower. Probably faster, because normal times are way easier than abnormals. How fast is that? 218. Alright, 218, but that's with Nightmare Oddball, which was still slower, lowkey. But at the same time, also pulling their aggro. It's kind of important, right? So that 255? It's gotta just me be bad, bro. I don't understand, dude. Is it really just that much faster just to get lucky? Like with getting insta kills? But well, come on, bro. Are you kidding me? You're gonna tell me, bro. Okay, it's still 217. Okay, I thought that was way worse than it was. All right, bro, let's see what my average times were. Alrighty, so the 6 missions for the Heavenly Restriction build average out to about 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So for me, at least, if I'm rocking my Heavenly Restriction, I can expect to complete a mission right around every 2 minutes and 14 seconds. And for my normal ODM build, the times are actually averaging out to 2 minutes and 25 seconds. So an 11-second difference in favor of Heavenly Restriction. Dookie buns, huh? And this is excluding the one run where I said I got a 240 that I said I wouldn't include because I was playing like actual dookie buns. Including that run, it would average out to 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Listen, I'm not saying that Heavenly Restriction is better than a fully optimized regular skill-based ODM build. My normal ODM build is probably like very, very mid, right? I'm not saying that Heavenly Restriction is like this cracked out perk. All I'm saying is it's very obvious the perk is at least decent. It's at least usable. And if not usable, then it's just flat out better than regular skill ODM play, at least for Ackerman. And then also it's worth pointing out that this is a very small pool of data. Like I only did like a total of 12 missions, right? So like, I'm sure you'd get very different results if you did like 1,000 missions with Heavenly Restriction and 1,000 missions with a regular ODM build. I don't know, but you guys take the information you got from this video, make your own opinions, make your own builds, try things out, experiment with things. Guys, in a game like, don't just write things off, bro. There are so many different viewpoints. You just gotta take it all into account, you know what I'm saying? However, I will say I will now be rocking Heavenly Restriction in all of my mission clear builds for ODM specifically. So if I'm not using Shifter, I'm using Heavenly Restriction with ODM. Alrighty, y'all. That's all from me today. I hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you happen to be interested in a crazy shifter build that can clear aberrant raids in sub 1 minute 40 seconds, click on this video here. And if you're interested in future content or just looking to help the channel grow, then there's 2 other things you might want to click. Take it easy, boys. Peace out.